Governor Tim Walz is going out there talking about all sorts of different ways in which Democrats can improve in the next election, ways that can prevent them from losing as badly as they did in 2024 and being more accountable to the American people. But he's also talking about the dangers of President Trump as well as what he's doing in office that's just so bad. And he's doing what any responsible citizen should do in criticizing Trump. We all have to point out the egregious errors that are being made. So the Daily Beast reports Tim Walz slammed President Trump in a speech Saturday, condemning the president for the genuine emergency he has created. He told graduating law school students at the University of Minnesota that they are entering a dangerous world. Quote, "Right now, more than any other time in my lifetime, we need you to live up to the oath that you're about to make. Because I have to be honest with you, you are graduating into a genuine emergency," he told the students during their commencement ceremony. Every single day, the President of the United States finds new ways to trample rights and undermine the rule of law. That is a great point. And let's also talk about what Trump said recently in an interview. He said that he does not know whether or not he has to uphold the Constitution of the United States. That was in the oath of office that he took, the oath of office. If Obama or Biden said they don't know whether or not they have to uphold the Constitution of the United States, how kindly do you think that Fox News hosts or anyone would react to something like that? Nobody would be defending it. Nobody would be defending it. But Trump gets to just do it. Yeah, no, I actually am more important than the Constitution. My job is to do whatever is in the best interest of me, myself, and I. And the Constitution is something that I only have discretion to consider. It's not required that I uphold the Constitution. No, that's basically what he was saying. So Tim Walz is pointing out, yeah, no, this is a guy who's just trampling the rule of law, and he's treating it like a sideshow, like something that, whatever. I am not necessarily bound by it. Walz added that lawyers are the first and last line of defense against Trump, who he suggested was a dictator. Quote, "This is what the crumbling of rule of law looks like in real time," he said, "and it's exactly what the founders of this nation feared, a tyrant abusing power to persecute scapegoats and enemies." Yes, pretty much just bullying, like, hey, using lawfare, trying to persecute political opponents, suing people that he doesn't like because they say questionable things about him. You said something that I don't like, I'm going to sue you for libel or slander, and then bullying them into settling too. They're like, oh shoot, I don't want to have to deal with litigation costs and all that. Fine, I'll settle with you. ABC did that. It was really stupid. So they just bent the knee to him. I was like, ABC, really? Really? You're not standing up. You're letting tyrants get away with bullying you. It's pathetic. The Trump team, they do this all the time. And they're targeting law firms too. They're being really punitive towards law firms who represent clients that the Trump administration is adverse to. It's absolute nonsense. And it's not even the worst of it. So the president has spent the last several months cracking down on immigration and deporting migrants without due process. Most have been sent to an infamous mega prison in El Salvador, known for its humanitarian violations. Walz also warned applauding students of the feckless and cowardly major law firms that have bent the knee to Trump. Yeah, exactly. You can't bend the knee to people like this. You cannot give them an inch or they will take it a mile. Quote, "It's a flagrant betrayal of the oath they took as lawyers," he said. Walz is among the list of potential 2028 presidential candidates who are gaining traction in a party that is at record low favorability ratings. Other contenders include New York Representative AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Gavin Newsom, who has seemingly attempted to reach across the aisle toward conservative media personalities in his new podcast. Yeah, kind of a dubious move. You got people like Pete Buttigieg and JB Pritzker as well. So Walz is dealing with a crowded field. But yeah, this is definitely one of those things that seems like it's like he's trying to get his name more out there for 2028. But he's going to have to deal with the problem of having run already on the VP slot of Kamala Harris's ticket. And people are probably going to subtly use that against him. Like, hey, do we want to do this again? But he'll offer something new. He will. I mean, Kamala Harris offered something different from Joe Biden when she was a presidential nominee instead of him when the baton was passed off in 2024. So something similar would probably happen with Tim Walz being the presidential nominee rather than the vice presidential nominee. I think this is good rhetoric. They hit him in the basement too during the campaign. They were like, oh yeah, we don't want to go too aggressive against them, and Tim Walz is too aggressive. He takes the gloves off too much. So we need someone who's going to take the gloves off in 2028 with whichever Trump lackey they're running in 2028, because it will not be Donald Trump. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, or subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Morris the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.